Now we are expecting the fourth season of the Men's Club. Hey guys, welcome back to SAHARA Movies. I'm Lydia once again and I'm your host for today. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe for more videos and more updates. Today we'll take a look at the Men's Club season 3. We'll talk about the whole episodes. It came with 12 different episodes, 12 exciting episodes, 12 insightful episodes that I'm sure one way or the other we learned something from it. So this video will talk about some of the casts and some lessons, some attitudes that we think should change. We'll talk about some new casts that we are expecting to see in season 4. Once again, if you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe. Let's get started. So episode 3, the first episode, season 3 episode 1 was released on the 22nd of July and it was titled +1. Episode 2 was The Older the Berry. Episode 3 was Family Affair. Episode 4 was Reality Bites. Episode 5 was Nothing Stays Hidden. Episode 6 was Business with Pleasure. Episode 7 was Life Can Be Messy. Episode 8 was Sometimes Love Is Not Enough. Episode 9 was Broken Promise. Episode 10 was Game Over. Episode 11 was Son of Gaba. And then final episode 12 was Legacy. So today we'll talk about the whole season 3, what it came to us with, the lessons, what am I even saying? The good characters, the bad characters, how we can relate to some of the characters. Like the film comes with a whole different thing, a whole package on its own that gives us the opportunity to learn a lot from. So I understand why the Men's Club received or still receives lots of public audience. A lot of people are really on the Men's Club. When they are streaming live, you can just imagine the number of live people, like views. It's just so amazing, and it's worth it because the film they are bringing to its audience is something that we can learn from. So let's delve into it. We'll talk about each couple, and when a character is not involved in any relationship, we'll talk about their personal life, their personal interactions, and how it can help us in one way or the other. In this season, we saw Lanry. It's like this is the only season that Lanry was able to stick to one woman. Like he was being faithful to one particular person, expressing his true emotions. Yes, he was very faithful. Like we know Lanry to be someone who jumps from one person to another. When he loses interest, he goes to another person. But with this case, Lanry was able to stick with Mrs. Tenny, like for a long while, and to the extent that he looked disorganized. He looked disoriented because his relationship with Tenny was not so solid. It wasn't so solid. It didn't have a very solid foundation, and it really affected his mentality. He became like he looked different. The Larry we know, if he goes into a relationship and it doesn't help him, he just moves to another person. Even sometimes if the relationship is helping him, he still moves. So that is someone we know as Larry. Larry is someone who gallivants for women, who really hunts for women. But in season 3, we see a different act of Larry. Like he has changed. He's sticking to only one woman, and sticking for. I hope he sticks to this woman until the next season is out. I don't know how close the next season will be from now, but I hope in the next season 4, Larry will continue to be as faithful as he is or he was in season 3. So let me know your thoughts on Larry's attitude of being a faithful person in this season. He was faithful, sticking to Mrs. Tenny throughout the season. Yes, since he knew Mrs. Tenny, he never looked at any other woman. He was very faithful to Mrs. Tenny. This is a new attitude of Larry, and I think he should continue it, even though Mrs. Tenny is being hard to get from these days, being long and all that. I think it's something that has groomed Larry and has made him look very responsible. Like, to me, he looks very, very, very responsible. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you agree with me that Larry has a whole different attitude now? He has changed. He has really elevated his life. We are seeing progress in terms of how he associates, or in terms of his caliber of women. Though we know that Larry likes older women because he said the older the berry, the juicier. Though we know Larry's taste is older women, that's not our problem. Our problem was that he was moving from one woman to another woman. But this time around, despite the fact that his tastes are older women, he has been able to stick to one older woman for as long as the episode completed. With 12 different episodes, different attitudes, Larry was able to stick to one attitude. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. For Tayo and Tiara, we knew the story of Tayo wanting to get close to Tiara because of her dad. And I'll say he has been able to waste the girl's life, despite the fact that Tiara has feelings for him. And I think that Tiara is actually wasting her life with Tayo because Tayo doesn't feel the same way for him. I posted a poll and people are saying that a lot of my votes are coming from the fact that Tayo is confused about his decision, about his feelings. So he doesn't really know what he's feeling for Tiara, because initially his main purpose of sticking to Tiara was because she was a woman with lots of money. Like, if he was able to stick, or if he's able to stick to Tiara for as long as he can, he's able to get a lot of incentives, lots of opportunities from her dad. And he later realized that it wasn't as easy as he thought, because Tiara's dad, Chief, was saying that you need to help my daughter to be a responsible woman. Let her find herself a job. Let her do this. Let her do that. And we know Tayo's taste in women will be women in a very high ranking class, like a woman working, a woman having her own business, and like keeping up with life. So bringing Tiara to Tayo's life, it didn't really add up for him, because it was very obvious he was showing compassion but not love. That's why he wasn't able to reciprocate the I love you that Tiara said to him. So at a point I understand Tayo. At a point too, I blame him for not being able to stand on his own grounds, because if you are not able to say no, everything will just come to you just like that. He wasn't able to stand firm or say no to some decisions that were coming to him by force. So that is one attitude of Tayo that I really didn't find convincing. So now this lovely couple, Louise and Lola, the two L's, L square. It's funny enough, Tayo, Tiara, T square, Louise and Lola, L square. Like, okay, I'm just saying. So Louise and Lola, we know them to be the best couple. Yes, Louise and Lola, the best couple. Louise was with Tonya and things were not going on so well. Even though Tonya got pregnant for Louise, he still backed out of the relationship and went to find happiness. He went to seek happiness. So this is something that I learned from it, that even though there's something that is holding you together, if the thing holding you together is not making you happy, you have every right, you have every mandate to back off, like to just exit it. If that thing holding you together, let's say you are with someone and the person is pregnant, and because you feel the person is pregnant, you're supposed to stick by the person through thick or thin, but you know deep down you are not happy, you know deep down you are living a very miserable life, then there's no point. If you have the opportunity to back off and live another better life, you just have to exit. Just like the way Luis exited from his ex, Tonya, and is now living so happily with Lola. Like, they are even living like siblings. You don't even know who is the man of the house. Like, they all make decisions together, they laugh together, they seek forgiveness. I just like the couple. I just like the charisma in the relationship. So that is the lesson I've learned. If you're in a relationship and something is holding you guys together, but what's holding you guys together is not a factor to cause you to be happy, you just need to back off. If you can, just back off. That is what Tayo decided on, thinking he could follow money and fall in love, and now he has the money and he's not falling in love. It's not making him a happy man. But here Louise, he's living a very happy life with his would-be wife, even though he doesn't have a house to boast of. Like he has given everything up to start a whole new happiness, a whole new type of relationship. That's very, 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 that's very cool. I really admire the Louise and Lola love affair. Like you can really feel the vibe between the two of them, and I'm so happy for Louise and Lola. They are really connecting the way every couple should connect. Like every man should connect with his wife, every woman should connect with her husband. So that is the part of Louise and Lola. So I'm done with Larry and his relationship. I've moved to Tayo and Tiara. I also went to Louise and Lola. Now let's go to Aminu. Now Aminu is this businessman. We know him to be a very wealthy man. He himself is born into a very wealthy family. Yes, the son of Garba. Like he's Garba. Like I don't know how I should even term it, but he's a very, very wealthy person, and he finds himself with a woman who claims to bear his child. And you see, that is a controversy that might confuse you, because you'll be thinking it's true, it's not true, it's true, it's not true. Eventually, he finds out that his happiness is not with him, so he needs to go out for it. So this film is all focusing on what makes you happy. This film is all focusing on what makes you happy. Eventually, Aminu had to go back for Tumini. Even before he found out that the child Jasmine was bearing wasn't his, he had gone back for Tumini already. So this film is telling us that you need to go for what makes you happy. You don't need to let any boundary or anything block you, anything hinder your happiness. You need to stretch out for what makes you happy. Whether others talk or not, you need to stretch out for it. And when he stretched out for what made him happy, just guess what happened? It came to light that the child that was that's the child that caused the confusion and had to let him break up with Tumini. Eventually, the child wasn't his. You see, he made an effort to investigate, even though he has stretched out to Tumini to bring her to his house. He also made an effort to investigate who really the child belonged to, or he investigated the source of the story. We know Aminu to be someone who doesn't really think deep. When his secretary was duping, lying and all that, he didn't really notice. He's not a vigilant person, but I'm hoping that in the subsequent seasons that will come out, Aminu will learn from his previous lessons that he portrayed in the film. So that is Aminu's story. The film is focusing on us extending or stretching out for what makes us happy. Even though there's a boundary, we need to break through that boundary and then go out for anything that makes us happy. So that is it for season 3. Now let's make some expectations for season 4. Season 4, The Men's Club season 4. Wow, I can't wait to see the premiere. I can't wait to see the trailer. Yeah, so let's make some predictions. Now we don't see Jasmine again because she has been sacked. Because she was living a very fake life, lying and all that. So she has been evicted from the whole series. Anyway, so in season 4, I'm expecting to see new faces. Yes, they bring new faces, new ideas, new plots, new interesting stuff. Yes, and I'm also hinting that for Louise and Lola, sometimes movies, they don't like to make the couple perfect. They always want to put something tempting between them. So for Louise and Lola, I'm thinking that there's going to be something that will come out that's going to break their relationships apart before they come back together again. So it's one expectation I want to see in season 4. I don't want to see, I know it will come in season 4. They are going to bring something that will cause a barrier between Louise and Lola. Maybe Tonya will be the cause of distraction, or there's going to be another girl or anything, or even a man. So that is what I'm expecting in season 4. Expecting new faces, new plots, new ideas, And not to forget Tiara. Tiara is going to work on herself. She's going to be a woman of class, a woman of attitude, a woman of a perfect caliber that every man will want to have. And that will be when Tayo will think he has made the worst mistake of his life, treating Tiara as he did. Yes, so that is what I think. And for the Aminu story, he's going to go bankrupt for a while. Once a soldier, always a soldier. Once Aminu, we know him to be a rich person. He's always rich. Like, even though he has lost his oil deal and all that, even aside that, we know Aminu to be rich. Like, rich, and he's going to be rich in season 4. I'm expecting to see amazing and insightful stories on Aminu, how he'll be able to tackle his issue. The final episode, the legacy episode, how he will be able to tackle that issue until another season. That is there if there will be a season 5. So for Aminu, Tiara, Tayo, Larry, Louise. Hey, I didn't mention Larry. Larry's relationship status, I think in season 4 is going to be solid with Tenny. You see, in season 3 they were making it underground. They were not making it public. By season 4, I'm very positive is going to come out. Like, he's going to go out with Tenny with pride, with confidence. They won't be dating secretly because it's something that is part of him. It's his attitude, and it's very hard to change someone from his attitude. Some allowing liking older women. It's something very difficult. So let's wait for another exciting season from the men's club. So these are my observations or what I've learned from the series so far. My main point is you need to go for what makes you happy. Leave whatever is a distraction and go for what makes you happy. No matter the distance, no matter the cost, go for what makes you happy. Just imagine Louise leaving Tonye and then going for Lola because he found out that Lola is his happiness. Like, let me not say more. So this is the whole story. The men's club, from what I've realized, what I've learned is that you need to go for what makes you happy. What makes you happy? That's the most important thing in life. What makes you happy? Especially if it's connected to something you love, go for it. I'll end here for today. If you have any other additions, any other contributions, any suggestions, any recommendations, wow, I'm just saying shares, good. Let me know in the comments below so that we all anticipate for the next season together. And anyone with any idea when the next season will be released, please let me know in the comments below. Any idea when you think season 4 will be released, let me know in the comments below. Season 2, the final episode of season 2 ended in August 2019, on the 22nd of August 2019, and season 3 started on 22nd July. So probably season 4 will start next year. I can't really be precise on that, but let me know your thoughts as well. What do you think about the next season, when it's going to be out? I'll end here for today. As usual, my name is Lydia, and please don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe. Till next time, bye bye.